Wisconsin may be known for its cheese and Packers, but it's also seen its fair share of shocking true crime cases. From brutal murders to serial killers, here are 5 high-profile true crime stories from Wisconsin that will leave you speechless. 1. The Jeffrey Dahmer Case. Jeffrey Dahmer is one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, and his heinous crimes took place right here in Wisconsin. Between 1978 and 1991, Dahmer murdered 17 men and boys, dismembering their bodies and even cannibalizing some of his victims. He was finally caught in 1991 and sentenced to life in prison, but he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate in 1994. 2. The Ed Gein Case. Ed Gein is another notorious Wisconsin killer whose crimes inspired some of the most iconic horror movies of all time, including Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Gein was a serial killer and body snatcher who would dig up graves and make items out of human flesh and bones. He was eventually caught in 1957 and spent the rest of his life in a mental institution. 3. The Steven Avery Case. The Steven Avery case gained national attention after the release of the Netflix documentary Making a Murderer. Avery was convicted of rape in 1985 and spent 18 years in prison before being exonerated by DNA evidence. However, just 2 years later, he was arrested and charged with the murder of Teresa Halbach. Avery maintains his innocence, and the case is still ongoing. 4. The Lori Bembenek Case. Lori Bembenek was a former Milwaukee police officer who was convicted of murdering her husband's ex-wife in 1981. Bembenek maintained her innocence and became known as Bambi in the media. Her case garnered national attention, and she escaped from prison in 1990, leading to a highly publicized manhunt. She was eventually caught in Canada and extradited back to Wisconsin, where she spent the rest of her life in prison. 5. The Chai Soa Vang Case. In 2004, Chai Soa Vang, a Hmong American hunter, killed 6 hunters and wounded 2 others in a dispute over a hunting ground in northern Wisconsin. The incident was one of the deadliest mass shootings in Wisconsin's history and led to increased tensions between Hmong and non-Hmong residents in the state. These are just a few of the shocking true crime stories that have taken place in Wisconsin over the years. While the state may be known for its cheese and beer, it's clear that it has a dark side as well.